You guys ready for the Yakuza apocalypse? Let's go. What's up, everyone? This is Kyle over here at the Horror File, coming back with a movie review that I'm pretty stoked to do. This is going to be a wild one. So this movie review is for a 2015, the new directed Takashi Miike 2015 flick Yakuza Apocalypse, as you can see right here with the big frog, which you'll learn who that is whenever you watch the movie, or if you even want to watch the movie after this review. This is a 2015 movie. This is Miike's newer directed movie. He comes out with movies every year, tons of movies. This is his newest one. This actually got released back in June. I actually just got a chance to sit down and watch it. It's a 2-hour-long movie, so it's kind of a long one. This movie is a Japanese. This is kind of a long title here. This is a Japanese action fantasy Yakuza vampire film. That pretty much sums it up as best as I can sum it up to you guys. It really is Japanese action, has action, fantasy, Yakuza vampire film. Pretty interesting. You got to kind of get Miike's style when you're going into these kind of movies. I'm a huge Miike fan. He's one of my favorite directors. Wonderful director. This movie is actually directed very, very well. Writing is, he didn't write this movie, but we'll kind of get into that. The writer of this movie is Yoshitaka Yamaguchi. He's not very popular. He hasn't done a lot of things, but one of the things he did do, which I wanted to mention, was if you guys are familiar or a fan of Miike's movie Imprint from Masters of Horror, he actually was the second assistant director in that movie. So I guess Miike took him over to this, and he was like, "Hey, let's write a Yakuza movie. I want you to write it. I'll direct it." And they released it. So Yakuza Apocalypse. I'm going to try to sum up this movie. I'm not going to get too much into the plot. It can be a little confusing. Me talking about it will probably get confusing, but I'm going to kind of explain exactly what the main plot of the story is. Let you guys figure out the rest if you guys decide to watch it. If you guys aren't familiar, Miike does a lot of Yakuza movies. Yakuza is a gang of people in Japan. It's just basically like a gang. This movie is actually based around a Yakuza boss who is considered to be invincible. His name is Kamiura, K-A-M-I-U-R-A. He is the big boss, big Yakuza boss. He's considered to be invincible. Everybody really likes him in the Yakuza. He seems like a really good guy. At the beginning of the movie, there's this really cool scene within the first like 10 minutes of the movie where he's like just demolishing these dudes. I mean, it's an awesome, really gory, really bloody scene. Kind of reminded me of Ichi the Killer, which Miike also did. He's rumored to be invincible, but he's actually a vampire. He keeps it under wraps. He doesn't want anybody to know who he is, but he's actually a vampire. Among the gang of Yakuza that he runs, there is a Yakuza member. His name is Kajiyama. He is his main Yakuza, underling. He's very, very loyal to the big Yakuza boss. Very, very, good to him. He wants to, impress him and do good things. He's being ridiculed. In the beginning of the movie, he's actually ridiculed by all the other Yakuza members because he can't get tattooed. And if you know anything about Yakuza or Japanese culture, one of the big things with Japanese culture is being tattooed, being a warrior. He's actually ridiculed because he can't get tattooed because he has very, very sensitive skin. And apparently, his skin's so sensitive he can't be tattooed. So, being ridiculed at the beginning. So, pretty much what happens at this point in the movie, this is pretty much first 10-15 minutes of the movie. This group of people come, or this gang basically comes, and they start fighting the head boss guy, the Yakuza guy, trying to kill him. They pretty much give him an ultimatum. They're like, hey, you can either come back to this syndicate, which there's apparently the Yakuza boss was a member of this big syndicate where he left and became the Yakuza boss. They're like, either you can come back and join us, or we're gonna kill you. And he's like, you know, you can just kill me because I'm not coming back to the syndicate. So beginning of the movie, you know, first 15 minutes of the movie, Yakuza boss gets killed by this one, well, mainly this one guy, and there's another guy with him. He's pretty cool. The second guy that's with the main guy that comes to kill the boss, he's pretty cool looking. He has like a top hat, kind of like a vampire killer, and he's got a coffin on his back, which is really cool. Comes and does that, and you know, they actually decapitate him, which is a really cool scene. It looks really, really good. And the boss actually bites the very loyal underling. The very loyal underling picks up his head after they all leave, and he's like, "Boss, what happened? What happened?" And the boss's head, like, apparently decapitation didn't kill him for the most part. Boss's head comes to life, and he bites him and turns him into a vampire. So your main character at this point in the movie, within the first 20 minutes of the movie, ends up being the underling of the main the big Yakuza boss, and he turns into a vampire. He starts biting other people start turning into vampires, and the plot at that point on, I don't want to ruin any of the rest of the movie. There's a lot of really, really cool scenes in the movie. I have the movie playing right here. I wanted to show you guys some of the scenes. It's pretty off the wall, as you can see. You got a frog guy here. The movie that point on, after he gets bit, is he gains a loyal following of vampire Yakuza members, and he wants to avenge this boss's death. He wants to find the people that killed the boss. He wants to avenge the boss's death, and you know, make sure that the world doesn't come to an end, basically, because this boss died. That's the main plot. I didn't want to get too far into it because it would get really confusing. If you guys understand any Miike, have you seen Gozu or Visitor Q or any of Miike's movies in general, really explaining that stuff is really, you know, it's hard to do, and I don't want to confuse anybody. But my thoughts on the movie, it's a Miike movie. I'm a huge Miike fan. I think it's amazingly directed. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful looking movie. Very amazing visuals. Directed very, very well. There's really awesome fight scenes. There's a scene here where, you know, there's a shootout. A lot of shootout scenes. Kind of like old style Western. Kind of like Django style. I really like that. I really like how Miike approaches his movies. Directorial wise, I love his writing too, but he didn't write this. But I love his directorial you know, way he approaches and does scenes and movies. I think they're really cool. Quentin Tarantino, like, as you know, Tarantino, this is one of his favorite directors as well. Also, the writing, the main plot of the movie didn't really grab me too much. I mean, I would venture to say this was kind of, it seems like almost it was thrown together. There's really not a whole lot special about the movie. I mean, it's really cool to see the vampires, and it's really cool to see the, you know what happens to this underling. It just didn't really grab me too well. I mean, I understand. I watch a lot of Yakuza movies. I watch a lot of Miike films. This definitely is not his best. Well, as far as best that he's directed, directorial wise, yes, it is up there. He just keeps getting better and better. Maybe shouldn't have been one that he took on. I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's a very fun movie. I just didn't really enjoy the plot that much. I didn't really get into it. But I mean, overall, I really had a great time with this. I mean, it wasn't a slow burner at all. This movie has nothing but action in it from scene one. You know, you really, even if you go into this movie, you don't really care about the plot, you can pretty much watch this movie and be entertained. I mean, it's very entertaining. It's hilarious. There's so many funny scenes in this movie. There's so many amazing action scenes, fighting scenes, just some awesome stuff. Highly recommend, you know, checking it out. If you're a fan of Miike, definitely check it out. If you just want to try to get into something Japanese and want to see something crazy off the wall and something new, check it out. If you're not really used to Miike style, you don't know if you could really get into something like this, probably say, you know, stray away from it. Probably don't get into it. I would probably give this movie about 7 out of 10. I did love the directorial style of Miike. Didn't really care for the plot too much, but at the same time, it wasn't a bad plot. It was interesting, it was fun, it was cool to watch and cool to see. I probably won't revisit it anytime soon. I pretty much get the gist of the movie. I don't really understand the gist of the movie, like why, unless there was like previous. I mean, I know he's done previous Yakuza movies. I just don't really get the whole gist of the movie. Maybe this is in a trilogy that I didn't see, but I didn't read anything about this being in any kind of a trilogy or being a sequel. So not really 100% sure there, but. What I can tell you is it's very entertaining, very, very funny. If you're into like Japanese comedy, kind of, funny scenes, and I can see where Eli Roth, if he was, I know he's a big Miike fan as well. I can see where he sees like the funny aspects of these kind of movies. So definitely check it out. Definitely give it a 7 out of 10. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe to my page. Let me know if you've seen Yakuza Apocalypse. I haven't seen any really a whole lot of reviews online for it. Even the Wikipedia page doesn't even have a plot for it, which is kind of weird. But let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe to my channel. Till next time, peace out. See ya.